comments in real time.
Can Snapchat swipe up to that?
Swipe up to what?
A YouTube live stream?
No, because it won't let you leave the platform.
You can't leave the platform.
It won't register as a view because it'll be a window within Snap.
We treat it like we promote any other YouTube video. We hit it on every other platform.
I know. I'm just trying to think of our strengths. Like, besides like Jack Settleman, who's there, we have our Whistleworthy, our Dude Perfect audience, our Dunk League audience, our No Days Off audience that you could theoretically say we can promote like that live stream, which we could do before. But like, is that gonna? Do you think they would like value that? Saying like, the first 2 days before we'll do like story ads. Does that make any sense?
I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it. It doesn't hurt. And then again, we'll have the amplifiers and the talent doing stuff around it.
So I just sent you guys a link to the YouTube live stream of this conversation. So you can see what we're doing right now from like 15 seconds behind. And I can like manipulate the screen. I can move people around. Someone turn off their audio.
Story ads. That's pretty cool.
So like I can add in like theoretically.
Is there a way to QA it so like if something screws up, we have like protection over it?
What do you mean?
Like can we edit? No, but can you do what you just did? No, you can't.
What do you mean?
So it's not really live.
Yeah, sure it is.
No, it is. That was only 15 seconds delayed.
Yeah.
Or if you like edit, something happens, like someone cursed. I don't think they care though.
No.
Well, you couldn't edit it, no. But that's the difference between doing what I suggested, which is pre-record, versus what TK is suggesting, which is do it live.
Okay, do we have paid features on TikTok yet?
Yes, we do.
Because again, like Overtime is gonna go Heat with their TikTok, right? And Heat with their, and the House of Highlights, same thing. Heat with your Instagram.
House of Highlights doesn't have anyone anymore since Omar left and Overtime just fired a third of their company. Tell them to go fuck themselves.
Well, I think, yeah. So how about this? How about we like essentially give them a recommendation on YouTube. We can like basically put together a recommendation on like a massive swarm, No Days Off, Whistleworthy, a lot of social posts and lead up with influencers. And then I think Milan, the questions on talent is like, how does that work? Like with eligibility, Zaire is about to entering college. Bronny James, like I'm assuming like LeBron's not going to touch a brand, but like what are your thoughts here on what you've heard on the eligibility front, all that kind of stuff?
I mean, in theory, we can pay them or like pay to their parents, but for these kids, I would assume they wouldn't accept money. I don't know. It's a little difficult with that. I mean, we have no chance of getting Bronny, I would doubt. I don't know. Zaire, we obviously have a connection to him. I know he's down to do shit like this, and obviously we have a connection to Mikey, so we could probably slot him in. But I don't think we would be able to pay them.
Little Mikey, little Peyton Kemp, little some of the other recent guys.
I mean, Mikey, how would we even get Mikey to do this though? I mean, Overtime. So like, how can we get him? How would you get him to do that?
Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of content with Overtime, but the same. Like, I have a connection to his mom. I would just hit her up.
He's been an NDO and Dunk Diary.
Is there a way to flat? Like, should we tell them like that there's eligibility issues, or should we just like say sure?
We don't know if there's eligibility issues. Does anyone know what the situation is right now?
No, I was just saying like usually like at least Pellegrino is like it has to be within 2 years of them going to college.
There's a one time for us to get a legal exemption right now. It's gonna be now.
But that's only if they're getting paid.
Yeah.
But why would Bronny? Like, I know Bronny. Like, why would Zaire Wade do a General Mills Fruit by the Foot campaign?
He probably won't.
He won't.
I know, but that, like we need like a point of view, right? That's like he probably won't.
We got to give him other talent.
But that's why I think instead of doing these high school existing kids. It's kids who are just out of high school slash.
An 18-year-old is goes down.
Yeah, I mean, you hit up like the James Wisemans of the world. These kids
Right.
that are
Right.
about, like, we know
Yeah,
whose
100%.
You hit up these kids that are
Wiseman.
about to join the draft.
Well, we're gonna. I think a question that we'll go back with is ask the question of, because we could just be upfront and just say like some of these athletes can't take cash. Milan, that is 100% true, correct? They can't. Zaire cannot take cash.
I mean, he's probably like, what is he, a sophomore or junior? Like maybe.
He's a senior.
No, he's not.
I saw him. I just looked it up.
Really? I mean, they would be stupid to. I'm sure they could.
They can't take cash.
Right.
We can just ask their flexibility on talent and also like sports, because I don't know why basketball is so important. Basketball. Yeah,
So-
I know.
So where are we at right now? What do we need as next steps? We're gonna use YouTube as the primary hub.
Yeah, the reason why we want to do this jam is because like I think it's gonna be too much for like Michael, Allison, and Jillian to wrap their head around or something like this. So I think we want to basically just package it up for them so they can just like help us put it together in a deck format.
Yeah, and then we can beat it up further and make any last second changes we need to.
Yeah. So I think that what's the best? I mean, Vinny, do you want to like take a crack at like a promotional thing and send it to like Joe to say like your thoughts, or how do you want to best do that?
Yeah, that makes the most sense. Let me.
Tag me, Dash, and Tyler in it from a distribution standpoint. We lean into playing up YouTube as the safest and most technically sound home for this. We have that big and dynamic YouTube to host it, and then we lean on all the other social platforms and the amplifiers and the talent to create awareness and excitement around it. That's where we layer in a shit ton of distribution.
What's the realistic? I mean, like honestly, like if I was them and like I'm looking at my options, but Whistle saying that we can like harness this No Days Off audience of young athletes to get involved, and Whistle, that's where I think we can push. So like, what do you think we can actually mobilize like No Days Off people to do this?
No Days Off athletes or people who just like No Days Off?
No Days Off athletes.
I mean, they've been responsive to when we've reached out to them, no? Milan?
Well, I'm asking, is it to be in the video or is it to help promote it?
Like promote it, like push their videos out. Because if we're saying that like our No Days Off talent's gonna like do a video and push it, like they also have following, right?
Some of them, yeah.
I mean, they're not. It sounds better than what it like. What Peyton Tenth has like 50,000 followers? Yeah, sure. I mean, he'll do it, but like, is that really gonna do anything?
I mean, I think it's like we can get the kids quicker. Do it.
I mean, yeah. I would say yes.
And
There's
Max,
no
Max and Lois have like an 80% discount now to do deals.
No.
Does Milan have an 80% discount to do deals?
I don't get shit.
Yeah, I mean, put together the framework, and then we could, lean in on the specifics. But again, we can be we'll be much heavier with Whistle distribution than we normally would, considering the circumstance. We'll calm Rod down about it and push it through.
I also like the idea of like, I don't know if this has any impact, if we switch over the end cards on YouTube, like that week leading up to or something, and like.
That has an impact. We could definitely do that. We could also do it from the other channels that we have some control over. Not that they make a big difference, but we could do that on our channel.
I just think that's like we win on YouTube. Like comparative to other partners, we're the YouTube player, right?
Yep.
We're the YouTube and Snap player. They're the Instagram and TikTok player. So like that's where we have the most story for this right now. That's why I want to use Snapchat if we can. So maybe it's like story ads or something promoting it.
If it makes it sound better, yeah. It's not. Is it going to move the needle? No, but it doesn't hurt to throw in. Looks good from an optics standpoint. Yeah, we have a much bigger, more dynamic YouTube and YouTube network, particularly around No Days Off, that we can activate around this. We'll have Face Off, which will have a big view count when they're looking at our YouTube recently, and the last NDO is doing pretty well. So we'll have those two recent ones that popped a little bit.
So I think the questions, Vinny, then are support. Maybe asking them the ability, if their thoughts on the question on the talent on 18, someone entering the league. Ask about YouTube. Are they open to YouTube as the hub? Any other questions that we need answered?
Anyone want to watch back this live stream and once we hang up?
Should we ask you what? So it's 15 minutes. What do they do? Like, what is? It seems like it's 30-second video. Why does it have to be 15-minute competition? Are you like following that?
Couldn't tell you.
You could have an MC and have them answer some of the questions that get asked, I guess. But yeah.
So is that a reason? Because Vinny's point was like if Los or Max hosted it, right? Or whomever.
You could have your boy Christian Crosby host it.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a host in this kind of situation, you want someone a little more polished as a host that can keep it moving.
Spice isn't really teen athlete, but
I mean, honestly, like I think Christian Crosby or someone like that would be completely fine for this as an
Brittany.
See,
Brittany can host it.
I know, but they're gonna say who's Bleachers person now? House of Highlights person now?
All
right, they're gonna say that person, and then House of Highlights gonna say overtime fucking bitch boy.
Yeah, we have Jack Settlement.
I mean, Jack is a player in Gen Z. Like he is they just don't know that.
Just on Snap. I mean, his numbers don't lie on Snap. They are legit.
I mean, couldn't we just say Los and they don't, and then we just take him out because we know he can't host something like this? They don't know that.
Sure.
That's what you want, yeah.
But don't you think that's a good rationale for why YouTube? Like, we can get this hosted, and this seems like it needs like a host. If it doesn't have a host, like, what are you doing? It's insane. How do you not? It needs a host.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So we could say that. We could say we had Los and Max, like the biggest,
the biggest Instagrammers hosting on YouTube.
Whatever happened to Filet? Is he like on the side?
In the G League in Czechoslovakia.
He's back. He's making bids.
Should we say Los and Max?
What I mean, I'm okay with it. If you want to, Los, Max, choose one out of Los, Max, Spice, or Brittany.
You don't think both like Los and Max are the hosts? Is that like stupid?
Oh, actually, it should be.
I mean, that could be funny.
It should be. It should be either Los and Brittany or Max and Brittany.
Oh, because the female thing.
It's not going to be Max and Brittany.
No.
They hate each other.
Okay. So it needs to be Los and Brittany.
Max told Brittany to suck his dick, and she got pissed.
Positive.
It's not going to be the Kid Gowie because they actually want something that's actually good.
He's such a hater.
Okay, I messaged everyone the questions I'd like to send.
That's your favorite bit.
That's all I got, dude. That's all I
Your
got.
favorite bit.
Can everyone just look?
You think I take offense to it, though, too?
Can you confirm the target demo we're looking to reach? Is the team open to YouTube? Don't even be like, this has to push more aggressive that it has to be YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, no.
But we can hype it on Instagram. I think that's the point. It's like if they go live, if Los and Max are going live, right, or whomever, and saying go to and whistle, like go over there, then that's a reason. They're still taking advantage of Instagram Live.
You could have the freaking professor host it.
That's a good idea.
You can have T-Jazz host it. He's a robot, though.
You know what's not a bad idea? What if you did the first challenge with the hosts, and they say go over to Whistle's YouTube?
Well, I think there needs to be an Instagram Live as well on the side that's further saying this is what's going on or something.
You can have Destroying host it.
Yeah, if they're not basketball, that's a good idea.
Right. Okay. I almost don't want to ask them if they're open to YouTube. I just want to tell them, because they say in their brief, open to suggestions. So I don't want to ask that question.
YouTube and play up the reliability of the tech and be like, anyone who's telling you that the reliability of the tech is there on Instagram is not really telling the truth, and it's going to have to be done through the phone, and it's going to be use Instagram to promote, use TikTok to promote, but for a home, it has to be YouTube.
And it has to be hosted. So if Instagram can't do three-way, right? I think it's just a two-way. Is that
Instagram is only 2 people, yes.
Yeah, so this has to be hosted, so that doesn't make any sense. You can't have. That's another reason.
Okay. So I'm not going to ask the YouTube question, just so everyone knows. It's out.
Yeah, I think we just have to go with our best strategy forward of how we do this. This needs like a power slide on the entire like ecosystem of how it lives.
I know this is
one of the best ever. Like one of the best slides ever.
I know. Yes, very good. Okay, I'm going to send this note right now. I'm going to put together a first pass of a program overview that's bulleted out. We can piece it together and then we can relay it. Dustin, there's no way that this deck is going to be remotely close to what we need it to be that we'll get.
No, it's going to be terrible.
Yeah, so I
have some. We just did a Braun deck, which is some live. I know we have the CTC deck. We have some things that we can pull from.
Yes.
The American Ninja Warrior deck. There's some decks that we can pull from to bring this to life.
Didn't they say they didn't want a deck?
No, we just know that I think Jillian Allison and Michael aren't going to figure this out. It's just too much going on here. So Vinny's saying he's gonna do work.
This is I'm just gonna do everything.
No need to put together a full deck.
This is a BB special, baby.
By the way, classic. So I sent CR a deck today because he's working on something, and it was the Cinnamon Toast Crunch deck that Vinny changed. And Vinny and Corey messaged me. He goes, "Oh, so Whistle's the digital mecca?" I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "He wrote the digital mecca like we're a religious experience." Work with us.
Everything flies now.
He knew it was Vinny. He just saw digital mecca. He's like, "This is a Vinny line, isn't it?" I go, "Yeah, it is."
Let's see. You got to push the boundaries, baby.
Pilgrimage.
Okay. Pilgrimage. Okay, guys. This is super helpful. I'll try to piece together some rational form of strategy here. I'll share it out, and then we'll piece it together and go from there. Cool?
Cool.
All right, I'll end this live stream now.